New country, fewer commercials, new country 103.9. It is 75 this morning, Emily.
Hot and humid out.
It is. If you haven't stepped outside yet, be ready. And if you heard in the forecast a few minutes ago, back into the mid-90s today. The big news today is it is Emyle's birthday.
Yay!
So she gets so excited every time that I'm like, hey, it's your birthday. She's like, yeah. She just gets this childlike smile on her face.
Okay, so I know, have you ever wished someone a happy birthday and they're like, oh, thanks, But like to me, it's another year and that I'm grateful to be alive. So that's why I love my birthday.
All right. Well, there you go. I don't get super excited about birthdays. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah. I appreciate it. And I kind of move on from there. It's like, well, give it a couple years. All right. So you said I told you something a while back and you wanted to bring this up.
So I remember I was like, can you keep a secret? I don't remember what it was about or like, don't tell anyone, right?
Yeah, I keep secrets well, actually.
Yes, but you put a disclaimer on it. Do you remember what that was?
I don't have any idea.
It was, I'm not going to tell anyone, except Mrs. Kirsch. Because I tell her everything.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, okay, if somebody tells me a secret, they're telling me and Mrs. Kirsch the secret, whatever it happens to be.
Which a lot of couples are like that. But I realized that I dropped the ball with telling my husband a lot of things because something will come up and he'll go and I'll go, oh yeah, I knew about that or something. And then he gets so mad I didn't share the gossip with him or the secret. Am I a horrible wife?
No, you're not a horrible wife. You just need to, he needs to become one of the girls. Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's I mean, I feel like I'm one of the girls with Mrs. Kirsch, honestly. So maybe he just hasn't worked himself into the crowd of girls yet. He needs to do a better job of that. So you know who would love to hear this is the president.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I'm going to lay that on him and say he's not doing a good enough job.
I love when we blame everyone but me. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's your birthday. We're not going to blame you for anything today. Kirsch and Emyle at 6:42. New country, fewer commercials. New country 103.9. It is 75 this morning. Man, it is hot, and it's going to be crazy hot again today. Did you go outside much yesterday, Emily?
No.
Why not? You need to get out there. You always say you love Florida and the beach and all that kind of stuff.
I know, but I also love air conditioning.
Oh, okay. Yes. There you go. All right. So we got your Hump Day Hoedown like we do every Wednesday morning around this time. Get you caught up on all the stuff happening out of country music. What do we got this week, Emily?
Darius Rucker is praising Beyonce for making country music look more like America.
What does that even mean?
I don't. Maybe equality.
It could be. Yeah. I don't know.
They didn't really go into explanation of that, but, I keep seeing it everywhere. This is what I'm excited about. Post Malone's country album, F1 Trillion, is set to be released August 16th. And
you're such a big Post Malone fan, aren't you?
I'm Post Malone country fan. His other songs I don't really know that much, which I'll have to admit.
His other stuff I feel like is a lot more boring than his country music.
I don't know about that, but I also feel like I love that he just is always having a good time.
Yeah, he is.
And he's living his best life, and I appreciate that.
Good for him. Isn't he from Alaska or something?
I know.
I think he's from Alaska.
I'm going to have to look that up now.
Grew up not having anything to do. All right.
George Strait broke the record for the largest ticketed crowd in U.S. history, which I feel like, yes, that's totally on point for George Strait.
Yes.
I need your opinion on this because I don't know how I feel. So the kickoff jam was scheduled for Panama City Labor Day weekend. It's suddenly been canceled, and fans are really confused.
So it was a music festival?
Yes, music festival.
Okay,
and
awesome.
Lineup included Garth Brooks, Carrie Underwood, Alabama, Randy Travis, Lauren Elena. So, it was a lot of great people. So they realized after the success of Gulf Coast Jam this past weekend that the weekend after Memorial Day is a much better time to host a festival. So they're canceling and providing refunds. And that's all they've said. So my understanding is, do you think you're just going to have more success even though it's sold out after Memorial Day?
Well, okay. So when was it supposed to be? It was Labor Day. I don't know. Like Panama City is only so big. You can only do so many festivals there. It's not that big of a city, right?
Yeah.
So maybe people would fly in for it. I don't know.
You never know until you try, and it sounds like they didn't try. This one, if you're heading to Nashville, but the new exhibit, Luke Combs, The Man I Am, is going to be featured in the Country Music Hall of Fame, July 11th through June 2025.
Well, that's awesome. And here's the one I'm excited about.
You want me to read this one or you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you read it. This is awesome.
Waylon Jennings' son, Shooter, recently found a treasure trove of unheard Waylon records from the 70s and early 80s, and he is set to release them next year.
So brand new Waylon Jennings is going to come out.
Yes.
Waylon Jennings was so good.
Oh, I agree.
And that's amazing. I can't wait to hear some of this stuff that we've not heard before from Waylon coming out next year. There's your Hump Day Hoedown. Kirsch and Emyle, New Country 103.9 at 7:13. Man, it is warm this morning. 75 to start your day, going up into the 90s. It's going to feel like the hundreds again today. Craziness in Ohio, Emily.
Yeah. So we do Florida Man every single Friday, and you found this story. You said there's one in Ohio. I'm very curious.
The Friday Florida report where we talk about the crazies in Florida. And I think the heat is what gets to them down there. It makes them all crazy because there's all these crazy Florida stories. Well, there's one that happened right here in Columbus. It's Florida Man in Ohio, and I'm going to blame the heat.
Okay, that's
because
fair.
It's been so doggone hot.
Yes. It
so
has.
there was a man in Columbus jailed this week.
Okay.
And according to court documents, this guy is, I don't know, Deshaun Barnes? Yeah, Deshaun Barnes, 35, Lebanon, Ohio is where he's from, which I don't know why he was doing this in Columbus if he's from Lebanon, which is between Dayton and Cincinnati.
People travel.
He's charged with one count of assault on a police officer. So it happened on Monday morning.
Okay.
6:30 in the morning, Columbus police responded to a call of a naked man walking in the area of South High Street and Sycamore Street. And when officers arrived, they saw the suspect. They identified him wearing a pair of loose-fitting cargo shorts that kept falling down. And when they got here, he was naked. And then he punched the police officer in the face.
It's a great way to start a Monday morning. Maybe he was hot?
Well, I mean, look, I've been pretty warm. It's been hot over the past couple days, and I've managed to keep my clothes on.
Yes. Also, keep your cool by not punching people or police officers.
I'm trying to figure out at what point are you okay, he's clearly got to be on something, right?
Yes.
Because you don't just end up naked punching a cop.
No, you don't. I mean, just walk in the streets. Like, where was he going? I have so many questions.
Why was he he's from Lebanon? He was in Columbus nude punching police. I mean, like I said, that's a Florida man story that happened right here in Ohio.
I feel really bad for that police officer.
I do too. Imagine getting there, naked dude, punching the face 6:30 in the morning, probably just starting your shift.
Yeah.
You thought you had a bad Monday morning.
That's true.
Emily, we have to talk about the whole Justin Timberlake thing real quick. If you haven't heard, I don't know where you've been, but Justin Timberlake was arrested for a DUI yesterday, was it?
Yes, yesterday.
You want to know something interesting that happened during that stop? Everybody's seen the mugshot at this point and everything, right? Something interesting that I read happened at that stop is the fact that the police officer had no idea who he was. And he said he was too young to know who Justin Timberlake was.
I don't buy that. Maybe the rest of NSYNC, but not Justin Timberlake.
I can believe that. I mean, what if the cop was 22 or 23?
He's so big in pop music. I don't buy it. I think it's whatever.
Well, there you go. The cop said he had no idea who he was. He was like, I'm too young to know who that guy is. Justin's 45 now, so,
But he's on tour. I don't know.
Happy birthday, by the way. How are you this morning, Emily? Everything good over there on your birthday?
It is fantastic because it's my birthday. And it's
You feeling good? Energetic? All of that?
Yes, of course. Who isn't on their birthday?
I don't know, 85-year-olds or something like that. So what's something that after all this time you're surprised people still do?
I think about this a lot, like smoking cigarettes. You know how bad they are for you. Lung cancer, all of that. So why do it?
I will give people the fact that it is the most addicting thing out there.
Rotting teeth. Ugh, no.
So, regardless of all of that, it's great.
That's
nicotine changes your brain.
But why want to try it if you know it's going to harm you? That's what I'm saying.
The thing. Why try it for sure? I'm always, there are so many fewer smokers these days that I'm always surprised when I see people smoking.
Okay, true. Yes.
I'm with you. One of my biggest things, I still can't believe there are people out there that don't wash their hands after using the restroom. I don't know if you see this in the ladies' room, like in public bathrooms, but I do see it. time to time where like guys will use the restroom and then they're just like, I'm out, peace.
It's because they don't pee on their hands or something, I'm sure they say.
Because they don't pee on their hands. So the only ones washing their hands are the ones that peed on themselves.
Yes.
How about this one?
Oh, gosh.
Uh-oh. I'll go easy on you because I'll go easy because it's your birthday.
Okay.
Believing everything they read online and social media, including conspiracy theories.
Like what?
I don't know, like this morning, you mentioned that you believe that Beyonce is the head of the Illuminati.
I said, I don't believe it, but it's a very strong theory that she is.
Off air, I'm going to have you try to sell me on that.
I'm not a salesperson, so I'm going to fail, but I will try my hardest.
How about this? People who believe in astrology or use it to actually justify life decisions.
As a Gemini, I feel attacked right now.
As a Sagittarius, I really don't care that I'm a Sagittarius.
You know, it's so funny you say that, though, because I really actually wanted to do your human design. I wanted to see why you are the way you are, but this is the perfect opportunity now that I can ask for your information to do that. So
I'll tell you what my human design is: 6'4" and exhausted. I have kids and I'm 6'4" and exhausted. That's my human design right there. What is human design? I don't know what that is.
Like,
what do you say?
I'm a manifester. So there's like different types of human design, and I'm a very rare breed, by the way, which makes sense. So it's a whole thing. I want to dive into your chart.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know what we're talking. You've completely lost me.
I know. I've lost a lot, but it's a real thing. So based on the
6'4"
time,
and
date,
exhausted. That's all you need to know. Kirsch and Emyle, it's 8:14. Emily's birthday today. We're celebrating.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. You ever gonna let your son call you by your first name?
No, I'm not.
That would be a hard pass.
A very hard pass. Heck
So that's
no.
what we had asked for feedback on yesterday, and we got some texts. You can always text us at 991039. So it's a new trend for kids to call their parents by their first name, and I don't think I like that.
I am not a fan. And actually, one of my very best friends texted me about this, and she said her son will, usually when he's referring to her and her husband, not directly to them, if that makes sense. Like, so instead of saying that's my mom, he'll say that's Christina.
Okay.
Would you think that's okay?
But he would never call her like, hey, Christina, I want some goldfish.
I do not believe so, and I don't think she would stand for that.
Okay. I do have, my one daughter has a friend who calls her dad and mom by their first names. And like, so she'll refer to them, to me by their first names, but also she'll look right at them and be like, okay, Robert. It's like, wait a second. Like, it's apparently a trend now, and I don't know.
It's the wrong trend, I can tell you that. And I
Mom and Dad.
feel like I wouldn't answer my child at that point.
It's like, what's up, Emily? I want some goldfish.
Yeah, I'd say, that's not my name.
Exactly. What are your thoughts on this? Text us 991039 if you think this is cool or if this is a bad trend. She's a hard pass on it. I'm a hard pass on it. But look, hey, if you think it's cool or whatever, I'd love to hear your side of the story and see if you're good with your kids calling you by your first name.